Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It's the Big Debate Show. To my left-hand side, Ross Chanley. To my right-hand side, Steve Hoare. We've got three major topics to talk about. The first one is going to be what positions need strengthening at Liverpool Football Club and who should we sign. They've come up with their answers. They'll have 2 minutes apiece to present their arguments, and it's a free-for-all. I want each of them to demolish each other and each other's points. It's going to be amazing. Then you lads are going to have to predict Liverpool versus Manchester City in the quarter-final. I want the entire tie predicted, who you think is going to win, how you think we're going to win, and all that happens in between. And the final one, we put a post out on the community settings this morning asking for your comments and your suggestions. We'll be taking them, and then we'll get into the comments and we'll take a few more, see how much the lads can take. Right, few rules. No punching, no kicking, no biting, and certainly no spitting. So we're going to get into it. First and foremost, thanks for joining us, of course. Like the video now, save yourself a job at the end. We're going to go 2 minutes each. Any words before we get started, lads?
You know what? No, I don't. I'll let my own research do the talking. I think
this research.
The research is up there, yeah.
It's up there. That's why you jettison the hair. Go on. Any final words? No? We're all right? Okay.
I'm not all right.
My original plan was to spit at him, and then late.
But you did that upstairs before.
Late in the rules, you threw that no spitting rule in, so now it's all action now.
You still owe me a favour.
My plan was to golly in your face.
No gollying. We've been through this, okay?
Yeah.
Whether that was the plan or not. Okay. 2 minutes.
Who's going first?
Who is going first? That is the question.
The experience before anything, just go.
I'll go first, one.
You're going to go first?
I'll go first.
Who should go first? First person to let me know in the comment section decides. We've got about 45 seconds to fill here before they'll get that question. Probably should have thought that one through before we went to it. I'll get the clock up on my phone anyway. Oh, wait, it's already up. I'm ahead of myself. Let's see. Brad Law says Steven Gerrard is overrated. That's a Steven in my eyes. Stephen Hoare to go first. So we're going to go for it. 2 minutes. What positions need strengthening? Who should Liverpool sign in the summer? On your marks, get set, go.
Well, first of all, I think the obvious one, and people might disagree because of how well Loris Karius has played this season. I mean, that's just rude. That's just rude. Settle down, son. I'll break the no spitting.
I'm just using I
will break the no spitting rule.
Alisson, 20 seconds and you've got a point.
Alisson is the first player Liverpool should sign this season, as well as Loris Karius has played. I'm not that bothered. I think, by all means, well done, Loris. You've been great. There's a chance for Liverpool to go and sign a world-class goalkeeper. Go and get him. He's 25 years old. He could be here for the next 10 years. Perfect. 17 clean sheets already. He's Brazil's #1. Look how good Ederson has been this year. Apparently he's better than him because he gets a game ahead for Brazil. He's the man Liverpool should sign. Next, I think Liverpool need to go and get a #6. It looks like Chan's going, Henderson's injuries, etc. So I've gone for Jorginho, depending on you want to say it right or not. 26 years old from Napoli. Get him in. He's brilliant. Better version of Jordan Henderson. Just makes us tick. Improves what we already do. We're great at what we do. Jorginho is an upgrade on Henderson. Makes us much better. Slots right in. Perfect. And then finally, maybe a bit left field, I think Liverpool should go and spend £40 million on Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. There's talk that Tottenham are in for him this summer.
Right.
First of all,
you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfect. First of all, he's African. We've seen how well that works.
Bastard.
We've got 2 African wingers. Look how great they've been. Let's go and get another one. Pace, power, strength, he's got everything. Premier League proven as well, which apparently is a good thing these days. I'll be honest, his record in terms of goals and assists isn't brilliant, but playing for a crap Palace team, you can see the difference he makes. When he doesn't play, they do not win football games this season. It's an absolute fact. When he does play, they do win. Go and sign those 3 players, Liverpool, and we will be great next season. I don't even need more time, that's fine. How long's left? I never last a full 2 minutes.
Sound okay. You've had a time to think about it.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Okay. Sound. At Liverpool, I've got same position. Jan Oblak, 25 years old. He could be at Liverpool for the next 10 years, as you've just said. He's played 108 games and kept 64 clean sheets. You look at him and you see a title-winning goalkeeper. I agree, Loris Karius shouldn't be in that Liverpool team. Go and get Oblak. He's got Champions League experience. He's played with some of the best defenders in Europe. He's played with one of the best managers in Europe. And he's just better than Alisson. He doesn't have a girl's name for a start. Do you know what I mean? Alisson.
Oh yeah, because Jan.
What?
Jan's a freaking manly name.
It's a man's name.
Yeah, carry on.
You can say it like John. He's won a one Spanish Super Cup, and he said he gets ahead of Edison. But it's because Edison goes wild, mate. You know he's going to stay in between the sticks, stay safe, and he's Slovenia's #1 goalkeeper. Ahead of I don't know who, because I don't know who it is. And he's never conceded a goal from Messi. Did you know that?
I didn't.
No, that's because I made it up.
Fantastic.
Second position in Diddy. Cheaper option out of the two. He's a proper DM. He's the bastard that we lack. He is also African.
He is.
Yeah. So you think of Naby Keita and him, mate. It's just gold. And another reason to sing one of your favourite songs, Africa.
That's
by Toto, right? Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. Brilliant point. Jorginho is also Italian. So you know what we learned from that you know Balotelli, Aquilani, stopped by Italian players, mate. You know, go African or go home. And my other player was Lamar, final one. I got lost there. Lamar was the final player. Think of his pace with Mo Salah, with Sadio Mane. They could destroy defences. He's not crocked like Zaha. He's not had years of under Roy Hodgson and under Moisey, which have hindered him and destroyed him. And he's also a bit of a drama queen in the dressing room. I've got him good authority. And he's versatile as well. He can play front three, in the 10. And he's just boss. And at 22, he's value. Zaha's been in the Premier League for years, mate. He's done nothing apart from change his haircuts.
Can't last 2 minutes either. Much better than you though. An extra 4 seconds you get if you go with Ross over Steve. Okay, free for all time. Steve went first, so Ross rebut.
Which one do you want to talk about first, Ross?
Zaha.
Okay.
Just why? What's he done to stand out? He's been at Man United. He's been to Palace. He's been back to Palace. He's been home and then back to Palace again.
What did Andy Robertson do at Hull?
What
did Gini Wijnaldum do at Newcastle? You know, what did Sadio
Scored
Mane
home
do?
goals.
Don't worry about that.
Didn't get injured every 5 minutes.
Zaha's not injured all the time. He's not that injured. Listen,
He didn't play for Roy Hodgson. He didn't play for David Moyes, mate.
Oh, yeah.
To put that in your CV and go for a job. Who's your last boss? David Moyes. Who's your next boss? Roy Hodgson.
No,
come in, mate. Come have a job.
Listen, feeling at Hull was a fucking, Mourinho, wasn't he? Listen, what I'm saying is, I think he's got all the ability to come in. I've seen Jurgen Klopp take players for relatively cheap, bring them in, make them better. I think Zaha's got everything that a winger needs.
He's been in the Premier League too long.
Hang on, stop. Nick Redmen says buy Coutinho back.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
Sound,
Debate done. Let's all go home.
I'd be up for that. Listen, £40 million. You want Thomas Lamar? They're talking like £100 million. Listen, if the money's there, I'm all for spending it. Go and spend it. If you spend $100 million on him, there's very little chance of getting.
How much can we get your 3 players for, Steve?
I think you could get all 3 of those. 40, 150, 160, 170, something like that.
And yours?
About the same. In Diddy's, it's not going to cost, 30 million quid?
How much is Lamar going to cost?
40.
Yeah.
we lowballed Roma.
We did lowball Roma. Monaco are not Roma.
Yeah.
They're a different team, Ross. Different country and everything. In fact, it's its own little country. Little tiny one.
Why Jorginho over and Diddy?
For me, because what we do works. Why change what works? The only difference is Henderson's always
to get better, Steve.
Henderson's always injured. You are going to get better because you're getting a better version of what Henderson
We've had
does.
crap Italian players before.
Well, technically, yeah, but he's Brazilian. He just happens to...
So we're just a stepping stone to Barcelona. You want to buy someone that's going to fuck off in 3 years' time? Yeah, that's
because Thomas Lamar's got he sang "You'll Never Walk Alone" when he was a kid, and Diddy loved the Reds. listen, Jorginho, but he's about as Italian as us because we eat pizza. He moved to Italy. He moved to Italy when he was
a bit more Italian than that.
He moved to Italy when he was like 15, 16 and got a passport.
Oh yeah, we've all done that, haven't we?
Yeah, sound. Listen, he's not. He's a Brazilian lad who happens to play for Italy.
Has Lamar improved this season?
No.
Listen,
do you know what? On a whole, Monaco have been a lot worse this season. But at international level, he's been on fire.
So what you're saying is he's a good player in a bad team?
What?
He's a good player in a bad team.
It was the same for Zaha as well. I'm thinking if he's 22 years of age, your argument with Alisson was he's 25 and get 10 years out of him. What can you get out of Thomas Lamar? We've seen what he's done with Andy Robertson, done with Mo Salah. Have you got a young, raw French lad there who's bursting with pace and experience, international experience already? What can Klopp do with him?
Yeah, I agree to an extent.
And I think in this market, £90 million isn't for the sake of £90 million.
Is he doubly better than what Wilfred Zaha could offer, do you think?
Yeah, because Zaha's been round and done it for long enough.
Yeah,
he hasn't done it. There's a reason why he's back at Crystal Palace and didn't make it at Man United. and didn't make it at Crystal Palace the first time, and he's doing nothing now.
Well, he did make it. The reason he made it to Man United was because he made it at Palace. Listen, he's only 25 years old. I think he's excellent, and by all means, it didn't work at United. He's gone back to Palace. I think he's done really, really well.
In comparison to someone who's 22 and who's making it at Monaco and is doing it at international level, is Zaha an England team?
Well, he plays for Ivory Coast, mate, so no.
No, there you go. Lamar's not England.
Is Lamar playing for England? No, he's not. No, I think to go and improve, you can't get better than Mo Salah and you can't get better than Sadio Mane. You just can't. So why not go and buy their backup? Buy someone who's versatile.
Can he play in the 10?
Yeah.
Left, right, forward.
Yeah, in goal.
In goal,
yeah, he's bigger than Lamar.
Okay, I think we're going to have to call an end to it there. We put a comment into the comment section and I just asked who won, Steve or Ross. Now, we're going to give you a couple more minutes to get the answers in. The moment, Ross is winning 3-1. Right. Andrew Holloway loves Tom, by the way. Some comments, because we've got them, and before we get into the second one. And that one's disappeared. Fantastic. Super chat, Tom, where is it?
I'll find it now. But they can't hear me, so...
It's cool.
It's gone.
It's gone. We had a super chat. Apologies. Ryan Grinley puts a really nice spin on this argument. It just says Ross is a CUNT, which is quite interesting. Zaha Gerson, the person, says Zaha is from the Ivory Coast, which we know. One question about Jorginho that was brought up in the comments section. Is he a bit of a side pass master?
No. His job in that team is to get the ball turned around and get it forwards. That's what he does.
So you're going to buy the Brazilian Henderson?
Yeah. I'm happy with... Yeah, give me the Brazilian Henderson.
A fit Brazilian Henderson.
Give me the Brazilian Henderson, I'll take it. Listen, I understand people say, we need a DM. Jurgen Klopp doesn't want a DM. If he wanted a DM, he'd have a DM. He hasn't got one. Never interested in buying one. He wants that number 6 to turn, get the ball, give it to the good players, and that's what Jorginho's done.
That four needs protection, though. That's where
right, that's it, boys. J-Star8 says, I love Steve, but Ross won that. And to be fair, the comments do say that Ross has won this one.
But one person called me CUNT. Does that balance out? Or?
I don't know. That's a win for you. I'd call you much worse. Tom, what was the super chat, mate?
Mohammed Mustafa says, I heard we're in for Sobhi from Stoke to keep Salah happy. Thoughts / any truth. The reports were from the Express, and he gave us a $5 to say it.
Wow, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. I hope you could hear Tom saying that. Any truth in it, Steve?
I don't know. Saudi, is it from?
Saudi, yeah.
Listen, again, young wing. I was saying this the other day. If Liverpool don't think they can go and get... it's going to be hard to get someone to come and just be your backup. So if you can find a young kid who you think you can develop and get in, then why not? I haven't seen enough of him, I'll be honest, to comment. He doesn't even play that regularly for Stoke.
I've never even heard of him.
But he is an Egyptian teammate of Mo Salah. So listen...
It seems a bit of a tedious link to me. It's like, why would you get someone else in just to keep him happy? He's got Dejan Lovren then, the fucking best mates on Instagram, buying each other coffees and all sorts. Keep Lovren. Just to keep him happy, not in the team.
Okay, well, there you go. Thanks for the comment, mate. Much appreciated. We'll get back into the comments in just a few minutes' time. We're going to change it up. 2 minutes was far too long for these lads, so we're going to go 1 minute on the Manchester City Liverpool. Now, I don't know who you think is going to win. Steve, you went first last time. Ross, it's up to you this time, mate. Manchester City versus Liverpool, Champions League, quarter-final. Who wins now?
We're going to win. Why not? You can't go in an attitude of you're going to lose before you even get there. No, under no illusions, it's going to be tough. They're the best team in the league by far. But I think the one thing I took from that draw is we beat them once, and we had the better of them arguably before Mane got sent off. And I don't think we're scared of them. I think a lot of teams in the Premier League are scared of them. I don't think it'll be by a big margin. I argue penalties it'll come down to.
Penalties at the Etihad.
Penalties at the Etihad. See what happens. But they're a boss side. You can't argue with that. But like I said, we beat them. We got the measure of them. I think we frightened them last time they were Anfield and they shit themselves. We do this nice coach greeting that we're planning to do. I think we'll beat them before they get in that stadium, and we can win the first leg at Anfield.
Get beaten the second and then go to pens.
No, just Virgil van Dijk, flat back 11, mate. Be fine.
Flat back 11. Sound. Okay, on you, Steve, go.
It's hard to argue.
I mean, who's going to win?
Well, Liverpool are going to go through this tie, and I'm going to tell you why. We are going to win the home leg by a couple of goals. I think we're going to win 3-1 at home. I think we'll blitzkrieg them. I think once we get one, we'll get two, we'll get three. We probably do sit a bit deep and give them a little bit of hope at the end of the first leg. We'll all be celebrating, it's 3-0, it's 3-0, it's 3-0. Degsy Lovren will throw one in. It'll be 3-1 when we go to the Etihad. We'll get to the Etihad. They'll have to come at us. They might get a goal early, but we will get them on that counter-attack because we are that good. The second they have to come at us, as good as their players have been this season, I don't think defensively they are that great. I still think you can get at their centre-backs, especially if company's out. And I think we will win 3-1 at home, get beat 2-1 away, and go through, just about sneak it through that way. That's what I'm going to go for. And that is, book it, bookmark it, it's happening. Put money on it, gamble responsibly.
Still didn't last a minute.
Brilliant.
I never go the full
He's an
mile.
absolute disappointment in every facet of his life. There you go, 1 minute done. Okay, so both think that Liverpool's going to win. Someone thinks that Liverpool are going to win on penalties. Someone thinks that we're just going to have too much for them. We're going to beat them in the home leg. You've been put on the spot here. Are you falsifying these claims a little bit, or do you truly believe this?
No, I believe it. Listen, we're not favourites. We're not. But I trust us to go into games against anyone. Their record at Anfield is terrible. It really is really bad. And don't get me wrong, they've got a great manager. His record in European away games isn't brilliant either. Guardiola's, listen, he demolished teams at home. And that's why he's done well in this competition. They're not going to have seen anything. I know people overstate sometimes the atmosphere and playing it. I think it's going to be massive. And I was physically there at the last game. And it ended 4-3. But for a while it was 4-1. And it's because their heads had gone. And I think we can do that again. I think if we get one, we'll get on a roll, one of those famous Anfield rolls. And listen, that 2-goal cushion will allow us to go to the Etihad. They'll come at us, they'll score because the boss. But I think if we get that goal there, having got a 2-goal lead, that's pretty much the tie over for me.
Okay, do you think it's important, Ross, for Liverpool do you think it's actually going to work in our favour that we're going to have the home leg first this time around?
Yeah, because I think if, like I said before, with that greeting and the fact we can just go hell for leather, you said it, blitzkrieg them in a thing and mentally batter them before the game's begun and during that game. I'm not saying the tie's going to be over in the first leg, but it can be an advantage. Everyone thinks of European nights at Anfield and the second leg in Olympiacos and wherever else. But I think the Juve one was first leg at home when Garcia scored and stuff. It's not
Pierre as well.
Yeah, it's not impossible to do it. And I think because we beat Porto and that was done at the away leg, everyone thinks that it's an advantage. So
this side's built up for away European performances at the moment, isn't it? I think it's fair to say the way that we go about football, the way that we keep on attacking, much like Manchester City, to be fair. I mean, I think it's too close to call myself right now. I'm glad I wasn't doing that. But they're both sides that are set up. Now, the atmosphere for me is what's going to make the difference in that first leg. Can they deal with it? They're good professionals. They'll have probably, they're going to win the league this season. Let's not beat around the bush on this. Everybody knows that, known that since before Christmas. It's just as likely that they come and get a goal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We are set up to play away, but we can almost do that at home. We can almost be the away team because City aren't going to sit back and defend. They're going to come and play their football, and I think that's what suits us. If they come and Guardiola tries to park a bus, then that would be really difficult for us to get through, and then they counter us. But they won't do that. They'll want the ball, and our job will be for Firmino to nick it off Fernandinho, to get involved in those centre-halves, which is what we did to them last time. I don't think they're going to change much, if anything at all, and that kind of suits us. And I'm with you on the home leg being first is good for us in this tie only, because it gives us a chance to establish a lead. Even if we go to the Etihad, I think it would be really, really difficult for us to play that bigger counter-attacking football. They can be a bit more careful. I think that we're going to go there with a lead, and they're going to have to come at us a lot. And it's going to leave the spaces for us. Okay,
brilliant. So we obviously asked who won that one. There was quite a lot of people that were saying draw as well, to be honest with you. But I think Steve does win it, and the comment that says it best is Kennedy, where he says Steve's bald and also right. It's 1-1
both
so
facts.
far. We're going into the comments next. So start getting your questions in for the comments, please. What we want is something nice and simple, something where they can pick a yes or a no and they can argue both sides. Because for this, they have to argue different sides. And we're going to decide that via the medium of Sabutio.
Oh, yes.
It sounded better in my head than when I actually said it.
You're now more. You can now play for Italy like Jorginho.
There we go.
That's how Italian he is.
So we've got one question to get you started. The first question, in fact, we'll do it now. I'll give you a little bit of time. Theo Leister on the YouTube community tab has said, should Henderson remain the captain, or should we look for Virgil van Dijk to take over given his leadership and likelihood of starting more games? Now, to play who picks what side they want to argue, as I mentioned, medium of Subbuteo. So, we've got 4 blue players, and Steve, because you're bored, you get the blue players, and... Sorry.
You're also wearing blue.
He actually got the goalkeeper. So, because you're wearing blue, you get to go first.
Yeah.
First one to score gets to pick what side the argument.
This could be a disaster.
It's going to affect me. That.
How are you with the rules of Subbuteo?
I've got no idea.
Okay, so you have to flick the player.
I know that, yeah.
And kick the ball.
Yeah.
And you want to get that white ball into this net.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
Hold on.
Oof!
Now, obviously,
Now it's Ross's turn because it's hit one of his players.
Come on, Ross, you can take your goal.
How the fuck am I supposed to do that now?
Well, can you reach with the goalkeeper? Maybe. No, can't. I'd probably put that out for a corner if I was you.
Oh, God. This is going well.
I was going to block it.
Oh, that's a corner.
Right, okay.
Let me start here.
Okay, sound. Don't move your players.
Oh.
What are you doing?
How many goes to get?
Yeah, until it's you, isn't it?
That's not a flip.
No,
right, now it's your turn. Stop moving them.
This is
How many goes
horrendous.
to get here?
Just
You missed. Don't take 2 attempts. Stop it. Right, you've got to hit that man into the ball. If you miss the... Oh, what a pass.
Yeah, I meant that.
Where are you going?
Backwards. Possession-based football. Tiki-taka. Yeah, I've set me up.
Oh, foul! No! That's a foul!
All right,
You can't do
Ross, you know
that.
what?
Right, your turn, Ross. Goal kick.
Just score, mate.
It's gone for a while. This.
Honestly, yeah, just score.
Why didn't you shoot?
Just score, mate.
It was the best chance you were going to get.
Just score, mate. Honestly, I'll let you score. Oh my
Right,
God.
don't give him his player back.
What?
It's his fault.
Can I move that one out the
No,
goal?
you keep missing. When you miss the ball,
Yeah.
you don't get another go.
I've never played
Did it
Subbuteo.
before?
How?
Because I'm not that old.
You are.
Yeah, just go,
You're
Ross.
30 years old.
I'll literally throw it in.
That's a great shot.
Go on, you can go again.
Well, it is. That's how it works. You
Can I move
can't.
this?
There's people, I mean, you're losing viewers by the second.
What?
Can I move this?
You can't move the goal.
Oh, I'm supposed to move in.
Oh my God, this is horrendous. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what a shot! It's still your turn. You hit the ball.
Ah!
Steve.
Yes, get this fell off the floor.
Right, you remember the question?
That was hard work, wasn't it?
That is,
Remember the
you know
question?
what, that was prime YouTube. That was vintage.
That's a
That was
social
as
clip.
YouTube as you're getting. That was amazing.
That was the one.
Okay, so the question
Henderson
is...
captain.
Should Henderson remain captain or should we look for Virgil van Dijk to take over, given his leadership qualities and his amount of game time, likelihood of game time for this week? You've got 1 minute to argue this point. Which side are you going to go with?
We'll find out, won't we? Jordan Henderson should 100% stay as Liverpool captain. There is no need to take that captaincy off him. I've seen Virgil van Dijk play. He does all this stuff anyway. He does the communication, he does the shouting, he does the organising. You do not need an armband on your arm to do that. He doesn't need it at all. Why bother? Why give him all the extra crap that he has to do? You know, why captains have to do? He doesn't need it. Let him just get on the pitch, let him be Virgil van Dijk and let him defend, because that's all he has to do. Captains have to go to these meetings and do all this stuff and all that, blah, blah, blah. Secondly, if you take the captaincy off Jordan Henderson, that's his Liverpool career done. And I know there'll be some fans out there who'll go, fine, that's great, get rid of him. I'm not part of that. I still think Henderson, when fit, is a valuable member of this squad. Listen, the fitness issues is an issue. But I don't see the point why you literally end up ruining a lad's career. To give an armband to a lad who probably doesn't care. Virgil van Dijk is so cool. And like I say, he screams, he shouts. He does not need an armband to organise. In fact, if anything, I think it could weigh him down. Don't do it. Keep it with Henderson. What was that? I went early again.
Right, Ross, why shouldn't Jordan Henderson be the Liverpool captain?
He shouldn't be the Liverpool captain. You said that it hinders him, but I think the opposite. I think everyone tries to compare him to Steven Gerrard because he wears that armband and he plays in midfield. Take it off him, relieve him of the pressure, and let him play his football. He gets banded about. He shouldn't be the Liverpool captain, and he gets loads of stick and abuse and pressure put on him, which he probably doesn't listen to anyway. But it stops it in the crowd. It stops negativity because he won't be doing it. Go and give it to someone else. Maybe not Virgil van Dijk, but give it to someone else who's a leader in performances, not just talking. I'm not saying Henderson doesn't do that, but you know what I mean. You can just put him in a squad, let him do his job, and he doesn't have that extra pressure, and it won't affect him. It can be someone else, and he'll just go under the radar. His performances go under that. We think quite a lot of him and his performances, but he gets loads of stick because he's the captain, because he's not Steven Gerrard. That's 10 seconds left.
Right, we're going to stop
He
that.
should
10
be
seconds.
captain.
Right, okay, there you go. Let us know in the comment section who you think has won that one. Who should be Liverpool's captain? Should it be Virgil van Dijk? Should it be Jordan Henderson?
I'm losing this one.
I don't know. You know, the comments are coming in, mate, and we've had a few there. I'll go into some of the comments now.
I actually agree with him as well to argue that point.
Mohammed Mustafa, again, great work, lads. Thank you so much, mate. Really, really appreciate it. Well said. Keep him captain, said Sharman966 about stays.
Just for I will keep him captain.
You would. So, a question for you, because you've obviously just argued that, you know, one way, and admittedly that was down to how we've done this because you crap at Sabutio and stuff.
Yeah.
But does he get in any of your first teams, Jordan Henderson, for next season?
Depends on the game. If we don't, and who we sign and stuff. Right now, I think yes. But listen, I just argued before I'd replace him. But even so, your club captain doesn't need to play every game. You just Vincent Kompany is Manchester City's captain and leader, and he plays like 5 games a season.
He's the stuff inside the dressing room and stuff, and people obviously look up to him. He's the England captain as well. There's a reason why he's both. I know there's probably the best of a bad bunch in the England camp as well, because who else do you pick? But people look up to him and stuff off the field as well as on it and in the dressing room. And I don't think Klopp's that arsed either. You've seen the amount of people that have been captain this season. Do you know what I mean?
I think
he was captain for one game.
I think if you strip a captaincy off him, it's such a story and such an issue that it almost ruins him, it kills him. I don't think you need to do it. I don't think it's... Like I say, I watched Van Dijk the other day. I was very close to the pitch. I watched him against Watford. And he's the de facto captain anyway. And James Milner was on the pitch and he was the same.
It's the same with Gerrard and Carragher. Yeah. Everyone thinks that Gerrard did all that stuff, but, you know, he had Carragher, we all know, but he had Carragher screaming and shouting what Van Dijk's doing now.
It's just an armband. I mean, you can be a leader without an armband.
Yeah.
I think having categorically and definitively counted every single comment with a name, that it's an absolute draw. So there you go. Right.
That's disappointing.
Well, I don't know. It depends. To be honest, I agree with your argument. I think that, you know, and you did as well, didn't you? Is that Virgil van Dijk's doing it anyway. I don't know, mate. If Henderson's not in the side, who knows? Who knows? If Henderson's not in the side anyway.
It's not much of a big deal when someone else is the captain and he's not in the team, is it really? Because no one's that arsed.
I think we make too much.
If you say, years ago, Steven Gerrard's not playing, he's on the bench and he captain's on the bench, that's a different thing because of the type of player that he was. But Steven Gerrard wouldn't be Steven Gerrard if Henderson played like him every week. He wouldn't look up to him in that same way. That's what people expect from him.
No, I just think, listen, I think a lot's made of it. It's an armband at the end of the day. You should have 11 lads who can organise. And I think it is. I don't think you're causing a storm by doing something that you don't need to do.
Okay, cool. All right, Suvak Das, before we get into your questions, so start leaving them. No, we're not going to do the Sabutio again. No, I can't.
We can play rock, paper, scissors.
No, we can't do that.
Okay, yeah.
Unless we play the other one from Big Bang Theory.
No, too many. Just I'm
rock, paper, scissors, Spock.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
That's a shame.
Never done the spot?
No, it's fine.
Right, okay.
Just
Okay. So because Steve went first last time, you get to pick this time. Who would you rather have in your team, Salah or Suarez? 1 minute, go.
Oh,
I'm
current form.
Pardon?
I'm current form.
It's up to you.
Oh, do you know what? Fuck it. Mo Salah, because why not? He's in the form of his life. We've seen what he can do, and he's only going to get better. He doesn't bite people for a start. He's not... I'll leave that one. He doesn't bite people.
yeah. Carry on.
Doesn't bite people. Stop myself then.
You can't edit this out. This can't be edited.
Doesn't bite people. Doesn't cause off the scenes drama. He's, do you know what I mean? Overall human being. You see all the stuff that he does for his country and people back at home. I know it's not fucking to do with the pitch, but do you know what I mean? That's what Liverpool want in that team. That's what Klopp wants. He wants harmony. He wants nice people. People are going to do the job. People are just going to go and work hard, stay on the pitch, perform on the pitch, get results, and improve that team. That team that we have now.
So we're improving our team by keeping Salah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then losing him for Suarez.
Well, you could argue both.
Okay, there we go. Stop. Suarez, go.
Stop.
Luis Suarez.
You were saying that.
I think they're both excellent goal scorers. They are both world-class goal scorers. But Luis Suarez brings a little bit more to the game. I think his all-round game. He can do. Imagine him doing the Firmino role, or him and Firmino together. Defenders would not get a minute. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Mo Salah fan. I think he's well on his way to becoming a world-class footballer. If he isn't one already, he could win the Ballon d'Or in the next 10 years. It wouldn't be a huge shock. He's that good. I would have said the same about Luis Suarez as well. When he was in his prime, he just happened to be playing at the same time as Messi and Ronaldo. Suarez, for me, is a better all-round player. Technically, I think he's a better technical player. I think Mo Salah's a better goal scorer. I think Suarez brings more to the team, and also, I'm with you, you know, Salah's a nice guy, he's a good guy, he does all this. Sometimes you need a little bit of bastard in your team, and at the minute, I still think Liverpool are a bit too nice. Who's going to bite someone? No one. We need.
Want to bite someone who gets another ban?
I'm fine with the odd sneaky little bite. Go for it, just to rile your troops up a little bit. You know what I mean? So.
Right, there we go. So I've asked everybody who's won, Ross or Steve. Those will come in shortly. Just for my 2 pence worth on this one, Suarez is just a better player, man.
Yeah.
You know, for the team, he gives so much more. Like, you know,
you don't have to change your system though.
No, you don't. And here's the thing, but Suarez was playing in a side that's nowhere near as good in any of the other positions as this, and yet somehow managed to drag us to second in the league. Mo Salah's incredible, and I wouldn't swap him now for Luis Suarez now.
But in the prime.
But in their prime. And maybe that's unfair because Mo Salah hasn't hit his prime yet.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I argued it, but it's really, really close. And you could say, in a Jurgen Klopp system, it's probably Salah, but...
In a Jurgen Klopp system, I think Suarez and Salah both play.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you only have...
dropping then?
Probably Firmino doesn't play, Manny might not play, you can figure it out. Listen,
figure it out.
Get them on the pitch, get them on the pitch together.
Get them all.
Get them on the pitch. But I think Suarez at his prime, is better than Salah, but I think we'll see. I think Salah's upward trajectory might take him above.
I think the thing with Suarez as well, like you said, he wasn't in the best team, and he dragged people up to a different level with him.
Okay. Rich Plays says, Chris, just talk about Insigne for God's sakes. Know anything about him?
No. Yeah.
Talk.
What do you want me to say? About buying him?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, why not? But then, listen, I'm all for buying centre forward. Centre forwards are great, but who's going to come? Do you want him instead of Roberto Firmino? And if you don't, then that's the issue Liverpool are going to have this summer, is that you're never going to buy someone better than Firmino, so you're going to have to buy a backup. And is he going to leave an Napoli side where he's the main man? Or, you know, I think he's 30 now. Why would he come and sit on Liverpool's bench and be a bit part player? That's what Liverpool are going to have to deal with this summer. They're going to need a backup player. They're going to need a backup striker. It's going to be really, really hard to find one who's happy to come, unless you pay him an absolute shitload of money. And even then, he's probably going to be... He knows he's second fiddle to the most important player in our team.
Okay. Final question of the day comes from Andrew Holloway. Should we sell Lovren and Klavan and buy another boss centre-back and have Matip as a backup? Short answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Toby Alderweireld, please.
Toby Alderweireld. Absolutely brilliant. Go on, Tom. Shout it, mate.
Samuel Asfar, nice one for the $1.99.
Okay, nice one, mate. And thanks, Luke, as well, for this. Luke Savada. Much appreciated, these super chats. It's absolutely great. Suarez was insane, says George Nichols. How do you know Salah isn't in his prime? Or Dick Ski-Lapata? Just by age, to be honest. I think he's probably getting there, isn't he? You know, this will probably
usually when someone has this breakout season, the next one's a little bit better, and then that's the level. I mean, I can see Salah getting to a new level because he started this season and he didn't look that clinical, and now he's there. So if he replicated the form now over a full season, then you'd imagine that's his prime and that's as good as you're going to get.
And you think the people that are going to go in with him, we got Naby Keita behind him next season as well. Once they start working together, get a full pre-season together, it's going to be fire, isn't it?
This is it. I've just decided that we're going to do this now. It's going to go horrendously wrong, but this is the last question of the day from Ahmed El Dasuki. Can Liverpool win the Champions League this season? Don't answer it yet. We will decide.
Don't watch Sabutio again.
Guys, the medium of Sabutio.
Can we just have one player? Can we do pens?
We're doing pens.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, that's just
moving the goal.
That's put it on the goal.
Right.
Put it on the line.
I need a coin.
I'm going first. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Ross, your pen. Useless, absolutely useless, the lot of you. Right, Steve, go.
Hang on.
What for?
You got a fucking player. Oh, you can't do it in dummies.
Right, here we go.
Grab our legs. Whoa.
I'll pause here, have a go.
No,
Come on.
Oh.
Hey!
Right, Ross.
Absolutely superb. Can Liverpool win the Champions League? Yes or no, Ross?
Yes, why not? Why bloody not? We've done it before. We've been underdogs before. I think we're getting to a stage where we don't really fear anyone. We've got said Man City before. We've beat them. They're the best team in the Premier League by far, and arguably one of the best teams in Europe. If we get past them, I just can't see us fearing anyone. We beat Bayern Munich pre-season. I know it's a pre-season game, people aren't at the peak, but mentally, players can look back and go, do you know what? We beat them. Am I being timed here? Yeah, sound. We can look back and say, we beat them. We're capable of this. I think we've improved significantly just this season, and even defensively with Robertson, Van Dijk, Karius. They're all must have so much confidence in each other to think, you know what, we can go on and do this.
Okay, brilliant. No, Steve, we can't. Why?
I don't want to argue that. I think Liverpool can, but if they
that one.
but if they don't, what's going to let them down? It's going to be, unfortunately, I think it's going to be, and there's going to be mistakes from players who are inexperienced, who simply aren't good enough. Our second centre half is still a massive worry for us, and we saw against Man United that teams can exploit that right back even now. And I think, Gomez and Trent have done really, really, really well. But teams have still got ours. A lot of teams have scored a lot of goals from that position. I think of Arsenal, Joe Gomez goes asleep and they score. Man United targeted that position. So we can win it, and if we're going to do it, it's going to be because of our front three. But if something lets us down, it's going to be, I think, our right centre-back, our right-back, and possibly even the goalie, who I still don't 100% trust, even though he's been better.
Okay, who wins the debate? Let us know in the comments section right now. It's actually a draw at the moment.
I'm about to put a straw poll in.
Go ahead, lad.
Poll.
A straw poll. Okay, we're doing a straw poll. He's going to make us fill for a few seconds.
What's straw?
A straw poll. I'm going to put my votes in now. So he's put the straw poll in the comments.
Did you vote?
It's there's an error on it. It says whoops, error 404, Tom.
Oh, good.
Boss.
Okay, it was a draw going into the final round. And of course, the victory on the very first ever live debate show for the RedmenTV.com is Ross Chanley. And the reason is because he picked Liverpool to win the Champions League. And the reason that that's the case is because he is crap at Sabutio.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video. If you want to see us do more of this kind of weird live debate, Sabutio, crossover content, then you just have to let us know in the comments section.
If only I lasted longer and was better with my fingers.